Hey there, it's Lauren back on Beyond Days of the Reef on Mollusk Monday. Now, in the last video, we explored a group of mollusks called bivalves, and if you missed it, then feel free to go back and learn. Now we can learn about one of my favorite bivalves, mussels. So, what exactly is a mussel? If you're picturing a strong arm, then you're picturing the wrong type of mussel. The picture you see to the right is the type of mussel that I'm talking about. Here is a picture of a beautiful mussel shell. They are pretty distinctive from other bivalves due to the shape of their shell, as they usually have a long shell shape. Notice that the outside of the mussel shell is black and rough. This is because this layer of the shell needs to be strong against the outside world. The blue parts of the shell are showing the prismatic calcite layer and are eroded or basically worn out. These blue parts can also be present in the inside of the shell. Inside the shell is also a shiny and iridescent portion called the nacreous layer and is quite smooth as it holds the body of the mussel. All in all, the shell is quite amazing. So where do mussels live? They choose well because they live on the west coast, the best coast. Mussels can be found all the way from Baja California to southeast Alaska. All the way along the coast, mussels can be found in the rocky intertidal zone. The special thing about intertidal zones are the various levels of water that mussels might be in. This is an issue because in low and middle tide zones where mussels live, they will be exposed to the air and hours of sunlight every day. Because of this, mussels have to be adapted to living in low water conditions and in the sun. Mussels have powerful adductor muscles that help shut their two shells closed to prevent them from losing the water they need to breathe and survive. Mussels don't have hands like us to grab the rocks or roots like plants. So how do they stick? Well, they actually produce something really cool called byssal threads. These are basically stringy fibers that the mussels make that attach the mussel to a rock or other surface. You can think of it kind of like Spider-Man shooting out his spider webs to help him swing from buildings. Has anyone ever been tide pooling? Well, at UCSB, that's one of my favorite activities when I'm not in class or working at the reef. Sometimes there are large rocks covered in mussels, and this is because they clump in groups. A medium-sized group of mussels has around 1 million individuals. I wish I had a million friends. But what eats mussels besides us? Mussels are an abundant food source for many animals. However, they are quite important to sea stars. Sea stars, specifically Piesaster sea stars, are known to eat mussels that are highly competitive against other organisms and bivalve species. This is useful as these sea stars basically control the populations of mussels and allow them to coexist with other species. If you want to learn more about sea stars, make sure to check out Temperate Tuesday tomorrow, where Eileen will be going over this relationship a bit more.
I hope you enjoyed this video and that you find bivalves as interesting as I do. This is actually our last Mollusk Monday video for now, but the virtual reef will be back in fall. Thank you for joining us for the past few weeks. I'd like to thank Jordan, Yanalyn, Nelson, Thea, and Maya, all the members of my hardworking team, for their amazing job with the virtual reef. Make sure to tune in to the virtual reef the rest of this week for more awesome videos. See you later!